like a pro.
You thought.
Hey y'all, and welcome back. Today we are going to be doing my client Zoe's hair, and Zoe has been wanting to get her hair colored blonde for so long, so we finally got a chance to get her in, and we decided that we were going to lighten her base to a pretty light brown and then go in and add some pretty blonde highlights. So I'm excited for y'all to see how we take her from dark brown to beautiful and blonde. All right, so stay with me. Okay, y'all, so to start, I'm going to be starting in Zoe's zone 1, which is her root section, and I'm going to be applying 6N and 20 volume there. And then once I get done applying her roots, I am then going to go in and apply zones 2 and 3, which is her mid shaft and her ends, with a 7N and 30 volume. Now, the reason I decided to do the 6N and 20 volume at the root and the 7N and 30 volume for the remainder of the hair is because it's very easy to get hot roots, especially when you're trying to go brown. Sometimes it can even come up as blonde sometimes, depending on how light you're trying to go. But to control that warmth that's at the root, taking your developer down one, and also your shade, your overall shade down one, will help eliminate that and help you get an even color. That's if you're starting at the root. Now, most color companies suggest starting in zones 2 and 3, waiting 15 or 20 minutes, and then going in with that same formula to your zone 1 section. But I have been studying this for a little bit of time, so I've learned that, look, if I just go down one in the developer and in the color, then I can get the same results and don't have to work as hard, because it's a beast trying to get through natural curly hair that is completely saturated in color. So I was trying to figure out how can I work a little bit more effectively and efficiently and quicker, and so that allows me to do it that way, and it's so easy. Oh my god. And I can still keep the same processing time too. So once I get done processing, I'm gonna blow her dry, and then we're gonna come back and apply her highlights. So as y'all can see, I am taking my time and being sure to saturate Zoe's hair very well. Also, another thing that I wanted to mention that speaks to the developers and going up one and developer and in the tone is that zones 2 and 3 of a person's hair shaft is normally not as porous. It can be a little bit even more resistant, and the reason why is because that hair is now considered old hair. So if your hair, let's just say, is like 10 inches long, okay, that hair has been on your head at least almost close to a year and a half. Okay, so that's considered old hair. And so it's been through it. It then took a couple beatings and stuff. I mean, it's not going to respond the same way fresh virgin hair at the root is going to respond. So I am sure to make sure that I saturate and work through those ends and go back and saturate again and again and again, because sometimes the ends of a person's hair can actually eat up product a little bit more, or sometimes it won't take it all because it has lost its it's just not it's not moisturized, and the porosity can be either extremely low or very, very high sometimes. So you're going to see me making sure I'm going in and working through Zoe's hair very well. And sometimes you can even feel the texture difference. Like if you take your hands and put them at your roots, they're going to feel a little bit different than as you gradually start going down your hair shaft. And that's because you done brushed it, you done combed it, that hair has been manipulated a whole lot more. So it's not in the same, it's not as pure as it once was. Let's put it that way. So that's something I wanted to mention. So if you see me really working through her hair, that's why. Speaking of porosity, y'all, I know we live in a time where everybody's like, I need to know everything about my hair so I can know what products to go get. And this has turned a lot of people into hair product junkies. Some on accident, some intentionally, because you just love experimenting with products. And I understand that too, because I love experimenting with hair products too. However, experimenting with too many products can actually have a negative and adverse effect on your hair, and it can also make caring for it a whole lot more difficult. Let me explain. So for instance, let's just say you have kinky hair, but it's fine. It's not coarse. It's fine. And you are putting the heaviest products that you can on your hair. Well, you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. For one, and I really don't like that they are doing this now, but they're doing it. People have found a way how to market to consumers nowadays, and they are now product lines are now categorizing hair products by curl pattern. So they're like suitable for type 4 hair, or suitable for type 3 hair, type 2, so on and so forth. And I'm like, how can you make one product suitable for just this curl pattern when there are so many different kind of textures found within this curl pattern? Like, just because you have kinky hair, that doesn't mean your hair is coarse. It just means that your curls are tighter. It doesn't mean your hair is coarse. It doesn't even mean your hair is thick. It just means that your curls are kinky. Like, the curl pattern is like the last thing that matters in regards to texture. Like I said, it has something to do with texture, but a very, very, very small amount. Texture refers to density and the thickness of your strands. So let's, for example, say somebody has wavy hair. And I have clients who have wavy hair. But if their hair is extremely coarse, I'm going to have to go in there and get some ultra moisturizing products on their hair. Things that have a little bit of kick to it. Products that have a little bit more weight to it, a little bit of heavy. That even some that have a little bit more extra emollients in it because of their strands being coarser. So wavy, curly, kinky, straight, that doesn't mean anything in regards to how your hair accepts products. How your hair accepts products has to do with your thickness of your strands and also the thickness of your hair. So you can have somebody with coarse hair, but their hair could be thin. I have clients like that. I'm like, yeah, their hair is very, very coarse. Each strand of hair is coarse. But as far as how many strands of hair they have on their head, it could be thin. I have to make sure that I am using the right products for that. So I wanted to share an overall simple regimen that could work for various hair types, and just a couple things that you should have in your arsenal and in your closet with your things. And also, I just wanted to let you all know to not overdo it and to not use you don't have to buy everything that they put on the market. Like, you don't need it. I promise you. You don't need all them growth oils. You don't need all the peels. You don't need all that stuff. Your hair will grow. You just got to nurture it and care for it. Okay, but before we get into the regimens and my favorite products for various textures, let me first go in and express to y'all what I'm about to do right quick to Zoe's hair. So I'm doing a balayage placement, all right? And I'm actually taking really thick zigzag sections. And I'm doing that because I want Zoe to be just a beautiful, dimensional, yet blended blonde. I want this blonde to be just coming through everywhere. And I also want it to be undetectable. So these zigzag sections are going to give me the perfect depth, I can't even say that word, Lord, that I need. So I can go in and just paint, and I can just be as carefree as possible, because wherever I paint, that's where that lightener is going to go. I don't have to force it to go anywhere because I already kind of have a pattern and a foundation to what I'm painting on. I don't really have to create anything. So it gives a really great canvas for freehand painting, and it's actually one of my favorite techniques to do. And I can't wait for y'all to see it at the end, because I was just raving over Zoe's hair. The blend was everything. It was everything. And we're not even done yet. I can't wait to come back and add some more highlights after this session. But even if we didn't, this one was it, hands down. And I feel like that brown just looks so pretty on her skin. So pretty. Alrighty guys, so now on to the hair products. Alright, so as far as shampoos are concerned, what I feel as though everybody should have at their back bar at home. I know that we are still in this pandemic, but even if we weren't in the pandemic, I feel as though everybody should have this at home, because you never know when you might have to shampoo your hair. Alright, so one is going to be a clarifying shampoo. And what's that going to do is that's going to remove dirt, buildup, and debris. And a lot of people have a hard time styling their hair sometimes, because they haven't effectively removed all traces of oil and little microscopic particles that you may not be able to see. And if left on your hair, that can interfere with styling. And like I always say in all my videos, healthy hair begins at the shampoo bowl. Styling begins at the shampoo bowl. A beautiful hairstyle, beautiful haircut, how the hair moves and flows, that all begins at the shampoo bowl. So I stress wet line products such as shampoos and conditioners more so than I stress finishing and styling products. All of them are important, yes, but that back bar, that shampoo and conditioner, that's where you're setting yourself up for greatness. So if you miss that step, you might as well go ahead and just throw the rest of the hairstyle away. Don't put it in the trash. It's not gonna look right. You got to make sure you shampoo that hair good. So clarifying shampoo is going to help give you a nice clean slate. After that, I always recommend following up with a moisturizing shampoo. And I traditionally do like my clarifying between 2 to 3 times, just depending upon how much residue is left on the hair. But traditionally 2 times, and I mean like 2 good shampoos, not just putting it on it real fast and rinsing it off. I mean taking your time and, loving on that hair. Doing that 2 times is going to really get it nice and clean. You should probably start hearing it squeak by midway through the second shampoo. After that, following up with a moisturizing shampoo. And then after your moisturizing shampoo, you're going to feel the hair and your cuticles begin to soften up a little bit. And that's what you want. That's also going to help with your porosity. That's going to give your hair the moisture that it needs. It's also going to help train your hair to keep the moisture that it doesn't need out. And that's very important. Sometimes people use too much clarifying shampoo or too many shampoos that will strip your hair, and you don't follow up with anything to balance it. And when you go outside, you notice that your hair does not hold a style. It just soaks up any little bit of moisture. That's because it doesn't have any moisture. Moisturizing shampoos will help with that. After moisturizing shampoo, I always suggest a moisturizing conditioner, not a hot oil treatment. Okay, guys? Oil does not moisturize your hair. Oil is not a humectant. Oil is a sealant. Oil is only good for sealing in what's already there. All right, so if your hair is dry and you're taking a bunch of oil and putting it all through your scalp and on your hair and just lathering it up and you're looking like a big grease ball, yeah, that's not good. You're just sealing in dryness. You don't want to do that. And I really don't even suggest using oils at all. That's a whole nother video, but you just simmer down with the oils. We don't need all these oils, y'all. Just a little bit, all right? So clarifying shampoo, moisturizing shampoo, moisturizing conditioner, and if you must, a light serum. And normally a dime size is all you need. You don't need much, but that's my favorite system. And that pretty much works on just about everybody. Now, sometimes I have to tweak it depending on if like dandruff is present or somebody has dermatitis or a skin condition going on. then I'll tweak it if I have to. But most of the time, for most cases, that's a good regimen, and that will work for everybody. And I will actually include some product lines that I actually like, and so you can go through and browse and see whatever products you would like to purchase from them if you so choose to do that. Oh, y'all, good heavens. Y'all see Zoe's hair? It just melted just like butter, just like the blend. I love it. And I actually used 2 different toners on her hair to kind of get this effect. I used a level 8 neutral ash toner for the back because I kind of wanted to I didn't want it to be as warm because I wanted her focal point to really be her face frame. So by using that level 8 neutral ash to tone her blonde, that kind of, I don't want to say killed the brightness, but it kind of just cooled it off a little bit. It made it more neutral than anything. And then in her front, I used a level 9 violet gold. And so that violet gold also neutralized that yellow that was present, but it also gave that reflection that I needed, that sparkle, that razzle dazzle that I needed in the front. So those 2 formulas, I actually mixed them up separately, applied the first one to the back, and then I applied the level 9 after that to the front, and I just sectioned it off. And here, now we have this, and it turned out so pretty. But I'm like, I know Zoe's gonna want more highlights, and I will add more highlights, but I could live with this and be fine. Like, I feel like this is just perfect, but she loves blonde, so we're gonna take her up there. We'll probably take her up there another notch, but even if we didn't, like I said, it turned out so pretty. So pretty. I feel like it's a very pretty, soft, blonde and brown duo. It's not quite blonde to me. I would definitely say she's a lot more blonde than she is brown, but that brown serves as an excellent canvas and backdrop for that blonde to look really nice on. Like the blonde can kind of show out. You know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of like Dream Girls and Effie and Dina, this kind of situation. I say the blonde is more like the Dina of the group, and then the rest of them the background singers. The brown is the background singers. Yeah, that's a good way to describe that. All right, y'all. So we are done with Zoe's hair. Like I always say in every video, y'all, because these hairstyles really do be coming out good. Like, I be like, dang, like I got some beautiful clients, and it just make my job so much easier when the people that sit in my chair is just beautiful. And that's all of y'all. But thank y'all so much for watching. Can y'all believe January is almost over? Like, what in the world? Like, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie, mentally I'm still in 2020. Like, I feel like I'm kind of going through the motions, even though I know I'm not. But I can't believe we almost in February. So, oh Lord, y'all take advantage of each day, appreciate each day. Love those that love you back. Give folks hugs, give folks kisses, air kisses, because it's COVID. And I'll see y'all next week.